There was a square man who had a square wife. Wait, I better not go there. There was a square man who had a square house, who grew a square tomato. Wait, none of this is rhyming, is it? I grew a square tomato. I know, you're thinking, why is that? Why is the tomato so small? It's not. I'm just a really big guy. Okay, I lied. Okay, let me explain why. Now, I did this indoors, and when I grow indoors, I don't grow big tomatoes. And I wanted to do this experiment just to see how well it worked, because I'd never done it before. So, all of my indoor plants are cherry tomatoes and whatnot. And the reason why, everybody kept hounding me, they were just like beating down my inbox door, if that's, is that a word? Anyways, I just kept getting message after message. Where's the update on the square tomatoes? Okay, well here it is. And I know it took like 3 weeks, but I'm going to explain. This came off of my dehybridizing plant. That sounds like a huge factory, doesn't it? What I'm doing is I'm dehybridizing a cherry tomato that somebody gave me, and they didn't know the variety of it, but they said that it was a hybrid. So I'm on my 3rd year of dehybridizing these, and so I didn't know what size they would get. Every time inside those boxes, every time I thought that it was going to ripen, it would actually ripen and never touch the sides of the box, or it would be green and it would keep going and it would get square, but it wouldn't be red. It would be because when you dehybridize, you never know what you're going to get, so they're not standard. So if you're going to try this, I suggest you try this with a known variety that produces consistent fruit. So yeah, that's why. I mean, I really suck at this. I really do, because I should never have done it with a test plant that I was dehybridizing. I mean, that was really stupid. But I'm going to show you, it really does work. So I do apologize for everybody, but you know what? Patience is a virtue. I wonder if this tastes square. Okay, so there it is, my square tomato. Now, one thing that I did when I was taking it out of the box, instead of using a knife and cutting the tape off, I was pulling on the tape and it really reefed on this, and it ended up splitting the tomatoes. So if you are going to take them out of the box, make sure that you use a cutter or something. But there's my square tomato. This is about as good as I got, because like I said, it wasn't going to grow anymore. So like I said, it's hard when you don't have plants that produce consistent tomato sizes. And so next year what I'm going to do is I promise I will do it with a tomato that's much bigger and more consistent in size. But anyways, I grew a square tomato. Okay, so there it is. There's my square tomato. Now, why I didn't do this outside with my bigger tomatoes is because I wanted to keep an eye on it, for one thing, and number two, I didn't want to throw something else into the mix. And what I would be throwing in is that I didn't want the sun to heat that little plastic box and create like a little greenhouse and just fry this tomato. I wanted to make sure that I could get it done first and just see how well it worked out before I tried it outside. So next year I'm going to try it outside with some nice big Herkin tomatoes that are consistent in size, that I know how big they're going to get, or close. But anyways, there it is, my square tomatoes. You can do it, and I know that's really no prize, but remember also that only square people can eat these. I should be able to eat a lot of these, huh? Oh, okay. Anyways, all seriousness aside, square tomato. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you later.